Schoolhouse Intuitive Tarot. I'm here to do a weekly reading for Libra, any placement of Libra. Messages for your greatest, highest good for the week of around February 19th to the 25th. Let's get started. I do hope you're enjoying all the readings I've been putting out for you. It's a pleasure doing them. Many moons ago, Libra, embrace the wisdom of your past. The past memories, nostalgia. So that could be a theme coming up this week. Something very nostalgic, a flowing moon here. So your dreams are beginning to take shape. This is effortless movement. This is allowing. Okay, let's see what else we have. One more of this solar eclipse. All right, Libra. So this is being aware of old default behavior. This is about, shadow self, shadow work, that sort of thing. And it's about kind of keeping yourself in check here as far as not allowing, sort of past memories or old patterns, old thoughts that are not serving you, not letting them be at the driver's seat, right, anymore. So let's see what else, what else we have. I'm going to use some angel cards. We're going to look a little bit into money, prosperity, and just a lot of different things here. A lot of angel decks. I do departed messages too. Let's see what sort of, what do we have from the archangels right away? We'll go into tarot. We have Archangel of Charity here, okay? Our Archangel Charity, sorry. This is about giving with an open heart. Some of us maybe need to like open our hearts a little bit to something at this time. Cherubim is looking to the stars and accepting keys and codes of the stellar wisdom. Libra, you're also encouraged very strongly when this card appears, at least in my intuitive mind, that just to lean on that wisdom you yourself have acquired. You've earned your spot here, okay? And you have Archangel Christiel, and this is about connecting with unicorns, actually receiving that white ascension flame. So really believing in the magic of your own authority, and believing that there are limitless opportunities for you here, Libra. And one more card from this deck, Archangel Raziel. This is seeking and you will find. So making sure that you're being the wise one that you are and making good choices, and allowing yourself to be, again, that loudest voice for yourself. Okay, let's get into tarot and see what we get. All the decks I use are in the description box, as is the disclaimer reminding you have free will, final say. These are general readings, of course, but you may find some details really resonate. All right, some things maybe feel very specific to you, even though they are personal. I'm not taking all of these cards, Libra. There are way too many. My rule when I do this usually is that I take the one that touched the table and the one that's showing us on top. And so we have the Queen of Swords and Judgment. Now, there could be a little bit of hesitancy here in wanting to or needing to make some sort of judgment call. There could be reasons for this. It could, again, connect to this sort of old energy that came out in the oracle cards. Some of you may feel as though you're in some sort of restrictive environment or some sort of dilemma of some sort. It could have to do with just the input of others kind of muddying things up, or something about things just did not go as planned, Libra. And so there could be this lack of clarity. There could also be flat out somebody's not being honest, or they weren't, involving a situation, or that could be a theme re-arising this week, coming in. So let me see. Let's get a little more into the tarot and see what else. I don't usually get that many reversals for my readings. And so when I do, it's sort of, whoa, it's very interesting. Yeah, and again, you have the Two of Swords. You have this card sideways, Libra, which is the Ten of Swords. So it's almost like not wanting to end something. Again, a lot of cards fell out on the table. So there's just sort of like, I feel as though there's a lot of sort of almost disarray. You may be in the process of some sort of major shift, transition, move. Even I just heard some things are maybe crumbling around you, figuratively speaking. I mean, it could be literally too, I suppose, unfortunately, which would, that's unfortunate. But so this is usually, a painful ending of some kind, the Ten of Swords, and you have Two of Swords. Now, this is certainly a Libra reading, right? With all this sword air energy. I'm getting like, yeah, the crossroads here. So if this were a Celtic cross, this would be sort of, that primary energy here, and this would be sort of what's helping or hindering, like a block, basically. What's blocking the energy, at least from what I'm feeling right now. And it is sort of this ending. And there was this one also, it came out kind of in reverse. So it's, again, not really getting, if you're just not clear on something, you don't feel like maybe you have all the information this week. Let's see what happens with this, Libra. Very interesting start to the reading. All right. Yeah, okay. This card wanted to come out even though I already put this deck aside. We have Moonstruck. Avoid the temptation of shiny objects, Libra. You could be getting someone coming back from your past. Are they a fellow air sign? Perhaps. It could really be any sign, but this is dazed, distraction. Somebody could be feeling really love struck. I feel like this is somebody you already ended things with, Libra. Or, yeah, just somebody who they could be feeling kind of like they didn't get a fair chance. Maybe those are words that I'm picking up on that they've actually said to you, Libra. Almost sort of like guilt, kind of heading your way from that person or something. It's not your fault, okay? Whatever's going on, I'm getting this energy of like they made a big boo-boo. That's the word I'm being given. Big boo-boo. And now they're trying to just like quickly maybe come back. Unfortunately, I will get a love card on this right now, just so we can set that energy aside, Libra, and then move on with more of like you and what's going on with you and how to help you through your transformation and healing here. Let's see. Baby steps. And funny, I heard boo boo. So I don't know if this is something where they're a big baby or or there's a baby involved, a child involved, but this is needing to take things slow. They may even say, let's get back together, we'll take things slow. But this can also be somebody not wanting to move forward like into a big grown-up relationship too. This is not going to be a love reading though, Libra, so I'm only going to briefly stay with this. But there could be something about somebody was dragging their feet, so to speak, and now they're trying to maybe get back into your life in some way. Now, this could also, if it's not a love situation, this can actually also be related to any loving situation or any situation in general, which could also, Libra, mean that this has to do with work, okay, finances, that sort of thing, okay. Yeah, it could be just something that's very kind of near and dear to your heart that's coming in. All right. So it's kind of like slow steps. I get though that you're not, it's not that you want to rush into anything, but you don't want to be anybody's mommy or daddy. It's like you want to be able to have a grown up kind of situation, any sort of partnership, whether it's work or otherwise, not needing to be the one always taking care of everybody else. It's kind of like just wanting things to be somewhat fair and balanced, right? Let's see what else we get. Something about Sunrise Lake or Sunrise Apartments. So I am clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant, lots of clairs. So many cards keep falling out, Libra, like chunks of them at a time. Okay, so like I was saying, I will be, because I have so many clairs going on and all that. When I'm doing energetic readings like this, I do pick up on past, present, future energies of those crossed, of you, of what could be coming in, that sort of thing. You do have this win, this victory with this Four of Wands, and this was sideways, this Wheel of Fortune. So it's kind of like some of you, after a period of that wheel being stuck, it's being released and somebody's actually taking off the parking brake. I heard, I don't know if someone recently, if you just drove with your parking brake on, but that's coming in. And so that may mean that there's something here for you, Libra or cross watcher. It's kind of like being at a crossroads right now, a very big, important crossroads. And even though it might not be something major, for some of you it is, like even surgery or whatever it's going to be, but for others of you, it's feeling like you've got to make the right step kind of thing this time. You don't want to deal with any more drama, heartaches, pleasing of others, and at the detriment of yourselves. Um, Somebody, yeah, I don't know who's into cars, or they crossed over. This may be someone that you speak with on a regular basis who is crossed over. Um, yeah, like classic cars, muscle cars, sports cars. I guess it could even be oh yeah, actually, you know what? I had a dream last night, and those tie into these readings. This particular one ties into this reading, and it's about a Harley Davidson motorcycle. Okay, so this could ring a bell, ding, ding, ding. For some of you, it's going to ring a bell. This is about you have somebody in spirit form who assists you, keeps you safe on the road, and also is like right there. They're like in your shop. Maybe you own a shop or a garage, or you're in your garage, you're working on things. They're like there. I mean, you might even still talk to them out loud. Um, or when you're some of you when you're driving, that's when you'll like talk to crossed over loved ones the most, and they hear you. They're with you when that's happening. Some of you may feel as though you've lost control of a certain situation. It can also be in these readings always energy reversed, so especially for cross watchers. So that was a little slip there. Cross watchers, okay. um yeah, so that the energies can be reversed, so it could be that that someone's wanting to, keep Libra in park, all right, so to speak. So hmm like not like they can't believe he moved on so quickly, maybe, or they're, I don't know what that is, but it's like within your right. There's some sort of scenario I'm picking up on, that you had to do the, like, you didn't have much of a choice in the end. Yeah, we always have a choice, but it's like you kind of got maybe cornered with this intense situation that was just not good for your health. All right. Speaking of health, if you ever find these messages triggering in any way, I advise you to please click off, seek mental health help. Of course, I'm not a counselor or anything like that. And some of the topics are a little emotional at times. Four of Cups. Yep. Sick of the same old. Now, Libra, hey, I say this every time. It wouldn't be a Libra reading without 44. Okay. Every single time we have 44. And then we have the Hanged Man here too. And then I'm going to switch over to a different deck. So, Four of Cups. Some of you are like, yeah, I've been putting my prayers out there and everything, and I haven't seen them answered yet. But I'm hearing something about remaining focused on that anyway, Libra. And because sometimes in those pauses, now this is a theme that's been coming up recently in your readings, Libra, that even in the pauses, even in the stillness, you're moving forward. You're still making those baby steps. You're still making progress, even though, and look at this. Can I just point out, this is a figure four as well. So there's something 444 Libra. All right. But there is something here too about you getting that, like you needing that time to quiet the mind and go within, even pausing in some way. Like this pause is powerful. Okay. It's a powerful there's a lot of clarity that can come through in these pauses, all right, in these points where you're not able to really move forward, but you're not moving forward. So the wheel right now, things could feel like a little bit in limbo, but this wheel's going to get unstuck. Okay, so huh interesting. In 444, now that is like you're on the right path, you're being blessed, but it's also protection. This could very much have to do with home, an agreement, a lease of some sign, some sort of commitment. Even some of you are actually maybe finally feeling as though your cup's being filled. Others of you, it's like still kind of waiting for the process to all some of you, it is about, and I've done recent readings on this, about clearing out the remaining energy. Though there could just be something that may be in your energy. It could just be somebody not wanting to let go, Libra. We have this card of grief here with the Five of Cups. Somebody not able to heal from something here. And then there's something about you not being overlooked, though, for what in fact is meant to be yours. Let me see what else. I want to get an oracle card on this right now, actually, about like, what is there something that we need to surrender to? Let me see here if there's something we need to surrender to in order to get from this 5 to this 2, because we do get there. So you have a lot of, you have, a little bit of fire here. I'm not seeing any earth energy. Maybe not a lot of you have that in your chart. I hardly have any earth in my chart um, at all. So it's like all fire, water, air, um, mostly Libra. Let's see. Surrender to passion. Are some of you, okay, so it is like whatever you're passionate about, get out of your head. Feel that fire again, that passion. Okay, when you get into your next partnership, be it at work or anything else. I'm even getting in the hospitality business too, hotel, motel, something like that. When you get situated, or when you're out of temporary housing or something like that, when you're out of this place, this is when you're going to be able to focus on it. This is focusing on the people and activities that ignite your passion, that are healing for you. This is angelical assistance here too. Angelic assistance, angelical. All right. I'm hearing a name like Tomi, Talia. Surrender to the magic of who you are. Right. That came through at the very beginning here with Archangel Raziel too. So this is about, yeah, having that magic in us, and even in the mundane aspects of life, remembering, Libra, you are in fact magical, unique, special. Yes, you are, and you're worth um, more than what's been served. Okay, you are worth way more than what's been served. You're better than what has been dished out. Okay. Oh, don't you know it? That's right. Yeah, amen to that. Surrender to effortlessness, not pushing, not forcing. Okay. Interestingly enough, this is basically another hanged person here, hanged man, hanged woman. This is about not pushing so hard, because the art of living actually means going with that flow. Okay. Not forcing. You don't force a river's direction, right? We can't force a river. So it's like knowing that what is meant to be yours, Libra, will still in fact be yours. You're manifesting this, you're creating it. Look at this beautiful full moon here. Great for manifestation. All right. So this is about uh, seeing what comes in naturally. All right. Some of us, maybe feel like we always have to be doing, but that's not really the way to go, so to speak. It's not, it is. And sometimes we just have to keep pushing ahead and all that. But you can still be pushing ahead. You can still be healing and transforming and manifesting in those moments where you're just simply going within and seeing what comes in. You don't even not even really having to try. Just, where you can really maybe do this, like in nature, just being out in nature, just observing, breathing it in, or just, hands on your belly and close your eyes and just breathe. That's it. You don't have to try to meditate. I know a lot of you, maybe meditation's not your thing. It was never my thing either. I prefer Reiki over meditation. I find it's very, it's just, for me, it works better. Um, it's a little more systematic, and it just, I don't know. It's also, it's not like I don't own Reiki, so it's not like it's interesting. It's hard to explain this whole connection with Reiki, but that's in fact universal life force energy. It's an energy we all have access to, but those of us who have been attuned to Reiki can readily connect with that energy. And it's nice because when I'm doing Reiki sessions with people, it's not me who's healing them. I'm connecting them to their own ability to heal themselves through Reiki, through this force greater than any of us. Okay. Some people call it God. Some people call it spirit. I call it all of the above. Okay. So that's a little bit there about that. Um, that if it's feeling like, oh, just sitting and meditating is like stressful, anxiety inducing, then that's not your thing. Then don't make yourself. Some people can meditate as they're doing art and lots of other forms of of um, of Reiki. And actually, yeah. So let me keep going here. I want to see. Let's. I need to know. I'm hearing something about some of you wanting to divide and conquer. Maybe you need to split up the responsibilities here. Maybe you're just having so many responsibilities, and it's like always been on you, Libra. It's like you. Had a lot. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. When is there going to be like something just yours, right? There's an opportunity coming in, possibly. But it's like you're kind of, I'm not sure that it is perfect. Let's just get a little more info on that. Is this the great opportunity for you? You know, it could be, but again, oh, okay. Uh-huh. Well, we've got a King of Pentacles here. So let me see about this. Let's tune in. I'm going to tune in a little bit more to this, okay? You may hear me go quiet just for a little bit. And Libra, if I'm talking too slowly, I mean, you can always like press the screen and it'll go 2 times faster. My voice sounds kind of cool actually when you do that too. It changes it a lot. It makes me very much more like matter of fact. So, all right. So King of Pentacles, you know, that is like King of Resources, you know, the physical realm here. So I feel like we're going into your resources here now. But and this one came up not too long ago in a reading I did for you. Somebody has been all about the Benjamins, I'm being told. They've just been focused on the money. Whereas some people, and maybe you're one of these, it's not the money itself, it's what the money can do. It's not to impress. It's more of like, how could it change your life, those around you? Maybe you could get the medical care that you need finally, or you could I just heard something about somebody having braces or having braces for too long. Maybe you can get your braces off. So that might be something specific to you. So one of you or your children having braces or needing braces, and there's something about not being able to like afford that. So I do wish you success in getting that paid for in some way, if that's you know what's in the greatest good of everyone. So a little message could come in, but you're wanting to make sure that people's intentions all around you are clear. And the thing with the King of Pentacles, he's not just he, she, they, them. They're not going to just go into something blindly. This is going to be a very careful thing. You're going to give yourself that time. And you're maybe being more strategic, Libra, than you have been in the past. And there's a reason for this. And it's serving you well. Let's see what else we have. I want to get one there. I'm being guided to get a card from here and not look at it, as well as a card from here and not look at it yet. Okay, that's interesting. I don't usually get that, but now I'm just it's supposed to be over here for a moment while I go to this deck. Okay, cool. I'm using lots of different decks today. I tend to do that. So you can check those out in the description box. Also, some of you have mentioned that you've been unsubscribed without actually doing that yourself. Sometimes that happens on this platform. I don't know why. There's nothing I can do to fix that. So just, you know, maybe check in and make sure you're subscribed, and maybe hit the notification bell so that you'll get notified of new readings. I usually post Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays for Libra, and then Saturday for all signs, but you know, it's subject to change. Take a moment. So this is the main message. It's somehow connected to this card. Stop. Okay, it's not the time to rush. And that's just what I said. You're not going to rush. You're considering things. King of Pentacles, a very considerate, stable, secure, grounded type of energy, right? So this is an important decision being made, and you're taking a moment to pause and quiet your mind. Libra, I love doing these readings, especially because they're so they make sense, right? I mean, we've just been talking about the Hanged Man and how we need to surrender to like almost like the weight. And I've been talking about a delay here, or some sort of like hold up, or not, you know, having a difficult time making that decision. It came through in reverse. You start out your reading with the Judgment and Queen of Swords both in reverse. Now that's uncommon for me to start out a reading both with reversed cards like that. And that is, you know, I think I'm tuning into specific scenarios where some of you are like at that crossroads. And I know it sounds kind of like cliche or whatever, but there's something major that you're having to decide. And even those, again, those little things right now, things could seem major because again, it's like it's maybe difficult right now to take risks. And that's probably based on the past, you know? So this is not letting that past control your present or your future, Libra. So pausing, quieting your mind so you can ask your soul and those on the other side, spirit, to guide you before you act or move forward. So some of you with that Judgment in reverse, you might be trying to do it all just on your own, and you might not be getting the messages and signs and confirmation you need from spirit to make this call. And some of you, it's just a matter of like waiting a little longer, till it becomes more clear. All right, so now, oh, look, Libra. Oh, thank you, Spirit, guides, angels. So now, once that has happened, Libra, here is the outcome. That's why they wanted me to look at these last after this, because the Six of Swords, there is support. It's sort of like help is on the way. That's your energy again, Libra, the swords. This reading is unbelievable. Wow. So you're moving forward, but after you've taken that pause, that very powerful, necessary pause. And some of you, again, it involves your either like past trauma, like your inner child work, and or your own children, grandchildren, that sort of thing. You could actually, some of you are taking care of your parents as well. And that has been possibly, now again, this might only pertain to one or two people, but I'm going to say it because it's meant to be somebody's message. It's sort of like in having to take care of them, you've been having to reflect on how they cared for you or did not care for you. Like somehow you were put in this position where now you're taking care of people, but you yourself did not get your cup filled, like with some important things as a child, very vulnerable age. Some of you, it was a very hard childhood. Yeah. And it's like almost like having to face it daily because of somebody else in your family that you're taking care of. Now, it may be a sibling, even. It's like, but it's, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Wow. We have this King of Cups. Sometimes when I say interesting, wow, it's like the energy, I'm feeling it so much as an empath. I'm starting to like get kind of weepy myself for you, for it. I'm able to empathize with the energy that's coming in through my own personal experiences and things. And it's sort of like that. It's just, that's, you're not them. So even you're not doing that tit for tat. Maybe that's their style, but you have not you don't do that. You are more focused on going forward and healing and being the best version of yourself. Now, some people don't like that when we do that, right? Now, King of Cups, there's a ship in the background. There's almost like a sea monster type thing here. There's support happening in the background. Okay. Now, the other thing with the King of Cups is I always look at that jewelry, that fish necklace. Okay. And just like the King of Pentacles, there was a lot of hard work that went into, um, also the way their body language is, they're always sort of thinking about the next steps. They're visionaries. Okay. They're not closed off. They're open, but they're also they are guarded because they're wise. Once they're at queen, king status, there's a lot of wisdom, strength, power that comes with that. And they are not knocked off their thrones. All right. There's a lot of power in from different areas. Maybe you're combining skills, Libra, in some way. You're combining your intuitive abilities, maybe with your past, what you've had to go through, or you're combining your ability to create art or write or teach in order to help others heal too. So it's like it's sort of this nice combination of heart and mind, or it's like, yeah, it's just combining these gifts, like one that is like, you maybe it is something tangible with this King of Pentacles, and the other is more like maybe you're an empath yourself, or it's like more heart intuitive centered. So I hope that makes sense. For some of you it'll click right away. But King of Cups, compassionate energy, you're that kind listener for a lot of people, Libra. But it's like you have to make sure, again, you're taking care of yourself. Let's get a message on that, Libra. And if you're enjoying this reading, please consider subscribing, um, liking the video, commenting. I'd really appreciate it. Helps me be in that, helps people find the video who need it, honestly. And that's really what I care about, that messages find those who need them at the time they need them, and that they are helpful in some way. All right. That's why, my titles are not clickbaity, if you will. I don't go for that. Um, it's just, I've actually been told I should make them more interesting, but hey, you're here, so I appreciate you. All right. Following your heart. Yes, following your heart will lead to the right things. Following your heart could actually lead to an abundance of money or something, or a new home, a new work situation, a new love. It's like you'll be led to the right, whatever's going to fill your cup, Libra. There's actually a nice exchange of energy here. This isn't a before and after with the King of Pentacles. This is like energies combining, working with you, um, for your higher purpose. All right. I just heard tag team. Yeah, maybe somebody is into like or someone crossed over, like a brother energy. I'm actually getting that you used to do wrestling with as a kid or something, or they liked that, or it was like tag, like WWF style or something back in the 80s. There's something about that, like some maybe child liking that or something, or a young man liking that. And women can like it too. I mean, I was like, when I was really little, I had brothers and I was into the WWF too. And so it's not gender specific. Okay. None of this stuff I say is all right. This is about grounding yourself too. Okay. So with this, again, you're getting this energy of grounding. Now is the time to become centered and allow spirit to help, right? So whatever you can do, if it's, again, meditate, walk, even if it's making sure you're eating a more nutritious diet. I'm not a dietitian, disclaimer, yada, 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 whatever. But this is really taking care of the present and your body, your greatest asset, just your present, with just your body, your mind, your spirit, soul, which for me, there's no separation. But this is making sure that, you're not too distracted, irritated, annoyed, burned out, so that you become ungrounded. This is about you becoming more grounded so that you can reconnect with the divine source, with your own light, Libra. And sometimes, too, when we are allowing ourselves to be ungrounded, we are then leaving ourselves susceptible to sort of like energy invasion, or our energy just being zapped so much quicker. It's almost like if you don't take your vitamins, you're more likely to get sick. Okay. So it's like if you're not engaging in your spiritual practices and you're not doing things to keep yourself grounded, centered, to keep your aura cleansed, and some of you can do this with the power of prayer. Okay. You don't have to do anything fancy. It's just, you talking and connecting with divine spirit. Okay. So, and for others of you, it's going to be more like you just need to get out there and literally hug a tree. And for me, it's all of the above. It's like, there's so many ways to connect, or maybe you connect with, and if you can't get outside right now for whatever reason, can you bring a plant inside? Can you bring some crystals inside? Can you, uh, put your hands in some dirt, something. All right. And some of you too, it's learning. There's a lot of, you glow up when you're learning something. And some of you have used that to get through and be very resilient to such harsh conditions, you know? So it's going to be different for all of you. All right. Or not all, maybe some of you have things in common, I hope. But yeah, this is, people, it's like you're still going to, go out there and have to deal with people. Even if you stay home, you have to deal with people. So you want to make sure that you have the boundaries set energetically, and maybe literally you flat out tell people your boundaries. Because remember, we do have that Queen of Swords, and I don't like seeing the Queen of Swords in reverse very much, because it's letting me know that there may be some sort of struggle in maintaining that upright position where someone's clear and decisive and calm. So hopefully there's, between practicing patience, I know it's not my favorite word either, practicing patience, relying on your faith, or your spirituality, um, and making sure, yeah, you're grounding yourself, which is what I mean by leaning on your spirituality and everything, then maybe it'll help you get through this time easier. And remember, again, there's profit in the pause. Now, they have not told me that phrasing before. Profit in the pause. I love that. Okay. Obviously it means, that even though this wheel might be on its side right now, not quite upright yet, Libra. For some of you, it just turned, and I'm picking up on like a day ago or something, or because I'm doing this reading a little bit before it posts too. So anyway, it's they've never told me that in that way. The profit leads to power. The profit in the pause. That there's such tremendous value in this like hanged man energy. There's value in silence. There's value in baby steps. Some people, that's like exactly what needs to be done. And not getting frustrated with yourself, Libra, if it's not happening exactly how you thought it would be, exactly how you wanted it to be. I'm going to get another card for you here. Haven't used this deck in a while. My Ted Andrews deck here. Mostly because it's out of print and I want to be delicate with it. But chickadee, discover and express the truth. Yeah. Finding what your truth is and really living it and telling others about it. Okay. All right. So I know my weekly readings are different than other people's, and I'm glad you're here and I'm hoping you're enjoying it. If you are, please do find the like button, maybe subscribe. But anyway, that's all that. And whatever. That what's most important is that you're good. I'm making this a little easier for your journey here, Libra, and that you realize that the things I say in these readings are not from me personally. Occasionally I will talk about my personal journey, yes, but it's coming from a much higher place, Libra. And in fact, and I've said this before to you, Libra, I feel as though spirit leads these conversations between your higher self and my higher self. So I'm enlightened by these readings because it's like we're working together. Our energies are all working in concert to kind of help each other heal and grow. And that's a big, reason. That's the reason I started this channel. Okay, let's be honest. All right. All right. At the end of good. So the end of a tough cycle is finally approaching. And do not give up because something didn't work out right away, Libra. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. Guides, angels, thank you. And thank you, Spirit animals as well. And all the wonderful people that made these decks too, that are tools for communication here for me. Yeah. So don't give up because it didn't work out right away. You're not just sitting around doing nothing. Again, profit in the pause. I can't even say it. There's profit and power in the pause. It will pay off, in other words, even if it's not money, right? There's gain. There's some sort of value to it. All right. Let me see. Let's ask, are there some, no, we're not doing that yet. You know what I do want to get you? I want to get you an African Goddess Rising card. I find these very powerful. Card 30. This is Mami Wata. Okay. And it says naked on the card. It has nothing to do with really being naked. Well, we'll see, won't we? And so this is about having the courage to be vulnerable, Libra. And you know what? The King of Cups, there was a lot of vulnerability throughout the King of Cups in their journey. Even though you may not see it now, there was definitely a lot of vulnerability on the way. There was risk taking. There was going with something maybe that had never been done before. There was having to go through a lot of perhaps sleepless nights, tears, right? There was that blind faith almost they just had to have in order to get to where they wanted to be. So, Mami Wata influences emotions, okay? And so she has these healing powers of clairvoyance. of which is clear seeing, and of healing powers. And the cups are all about healing. So this isn't about hiding our journey, right? This is about following our heart and sometimes expressing our own personal truth, Libra. And some of you are being called and guided to do this. All right. You have assets, you have abilities, you have a way that you can share with others that may help them the same way I'm sharing with you. Okay. Maybe, well, it could take a different form, of course. Maybe it's, again, I'm getting art a lot here. Okay. I also, before the reading, I heard Penelope, and right now I'm hearing Cleo. All right. So this is about, when they say nakedness, they mean being completely vulnerable. All right. So not avoiding your superpower, Libra. We all have our superpowers. What's yours? Some of you have been saying, I want to know, what is my superpower? Well, you may find that, again, by giving yourself a little time and space to get away from other people's energy and other people's opinions, because they do influence us, even if we try hard not to let them. There is that split second where they might, until we, talk to ourselves about it or talk to God or whoever about it. There's no shame in whatever special abilities you have. There's no shame in your journey, Libra. There is nothing that happened in your childhood or long ago or whatever that makes you undeserving of this powerful new beginning. All right. A lot of what happened to us wasn't our fault. We had nothing to do with it. We had no say. We were so vulnerable at the time. And that's now why it's hard to trust, because in very vulnerable stages or situations, we were then taught we can't trust. We were, placed in situations of fear, of horrendous, for some, flat out torture. Like it was hard, right? Um, and everybody's difficult, how they define difficult or traumatic is different, right? It's about the impact it had, not about the specific event. And that's why I don't compare stories with other people. I don't compare, well, my trauma is a level 12 and yours is a level 5 because I had no, that is not a way to help heal, right? It's not going to heal you. It's not going to help heal anyone else. So I know I take offense when sometimes when people say they know exactly how I felt. No, we never know exactly how someone feels, right? When I lost my siblings, people don't know what to say. They're trying to be helpful, and so they'll say, I know how you feel. I know, I get it. Um, and I don't think I need to tell you this. I guess I'm just sort of saying it because I might be connecting to some of you, and maybe your response was like mine, and it's like, no, you don't know exactly how I feel. And it's not because I want to be lonely in this journey. It's because we all have our own unique experience with things. And there's such value in connecting with others. But there are like ways to do it that are helpful and ways that aren't. And what I love about my viewers here and the comments you leave, it's clear to me that you're kind of like looking for that community of this sort of thing, healing, helping others, maybe sharing your own personal journeys. Now, I'm choosing to do it with these cards and things that may change, but it's like taking a time when you were so powerless in making it so that now it has actually turned into a superpower, Libra, because of the things you went through. You're who you are. That's how you can read people maybe really well. That's how you pick up on subtle energies others don't, possibly. That's how you could spot danger a mile away, Libra. That's how you're so connected to animals and they love you. All these different things, Libra. I'm actually getting chills right now. My crown's going like off the charts here because I'm connecting with some of you in this way. And I love that. And you know what, Libra? I'm being very vulnerable in doing so. And that's okay because I think I need to be doing a part of that here to some degree in order to open it up for others, in order to maybe help us each reach that deep level of healing that so many of us want and don't know how to get. And we know that sometimes that our past is affecting our present, no matter how much we try not to let it, right? But guess what? Archangel Phanuel whispers to me, the angel of hope and peace, that light wins. love, light, whatever you want to call it, that force, it always wins. And so, in sharing our stories, and you don't have to share your story in the comments, but in just being here, you're opening yourself up. You're being vulnerable in some way. And I thank you so much. And I thank you for all of you who are helping others with their journey and their healing journey, because we're all healing from something, right? And we don't know exactly how somebody feels. So it can feel very lonely. And that's the part of grief that's extremely difficult, is that it feels so lonely, right? All right, I'm going to move away from that a little bit. So this is about the hope in your heart helping you gain victory in whatever area of your life, Libra. This is going to lead you to peace, more peace in your life. So this is about, you know, having the courage to feel and express when needed. And it has nothing to do with people pleasing. It has only to do with your healing journey. Or maybe you're helping others by sharing your story. So this is called cultivating an appreciation, so to speak, right? Cultivating an appreciation for others' vulnerability, others' journeys. You're becoming comfortable with the uncomfortable. That is a huge part of healing and growth, Libra, from any type of thing. This doesn't have to be some trauma. This can be, waiting for a phone call about a job. It's like you have such power if you can learn to sit with discomfort. That is one of the most powerful things I think I've ever learned. Getting comfortable with discomfort. Maybe some of you are working on that. Vulnerability is a superpower, Libra. Now, now you obviously, you know your story better than anyone. And please only, open yourself up and share with those you feel safe with. That, there's, just, and not also, if some of us, like, we have to work with professionals in order to go through our grief and our traumatic experiences and things. And there are ways, professionally, that you can be addressing that. And so I do ask, though, that whatever you're choosing to do, that it's not just based on some woman on YouTube with some cards and a strong intuition, right? It's because you feel it's right and you have a plan in order to do that, that they're utilizing. I don't want to I'm just saying, basically, in long fashion, that I'm not a therapist, obviously, but I am supporting you in the way that, I am cheering you on. All right. And I'm obviously wishing only the best for you, Libra. Oh, wow. Wow. These readings have been taking a turn lately, huh? But I feel as though that's what it's really about. When I started this channel, I started reading like every other tarot reader, basically. Not every other. There are some great ones on here that, are just like, oh, I'm all about it. And they inspired me to have a channel. But I didn't want to be just a person who flips the cards and gives you traditional definitions. And there's literally nothing wrong with that. For me, that's not why I was guided to this. It was so that I could get to a point where it's, you know, okay for me to be vulnerable too. And so that I can help others with being vulnerable, because wow, is it hard? It's hard, but it's like necessary work in order for us to get to the next level of healing and in our lives. Oh, Libra, patience needed, timing. All right. So this week, again, you may feel like you're at a standstill this week. All right. It's about trusting in divine timing, though. And again, the end of a tough cycle is finally approaching, and believing that. Know that you've planted the right seeds in the right place. You've been taking care of them. Things are manifesting. Okay. They're growing. And also, expressing gratitude can also help you with this, as you're, waiting or trying to attract something or whatever, what you want, waiting for news, whatever it is. There's, you could be studying, you could be, being grateful, doing things that are show your gratitude for what you and who you are appreciative for, that sort of thing. All right. Instead of just sort of feeling like you're not getting anywhere. Now, as far as intuitive abilities, and I want to get you one of these cards. Now, there is a little bit of reading on it. Okay, so this one says hearing. And that's what that judgment card has to do with for me sometimes, Libra. It's all about hearing and listening. particularly with this card. Let me show you this beautiful card here. You see how this angel here is basically like distracted. So right now I feel that maybe you are distracted by too many excessive energies, perhaps, Libra. And that's because it was in reverse, right? And maybe you're opening yourself up to the wrong energies, or you've done that in the past. Stay open and curious toward hearing guidance. Maybe some of you are clairaudient, like I am. It's guidance from life and from your own higher self that we're listening for. Okay, this stance will signal your body, your mind to pay more attention and register the information. So over time, again, it's going to have to do with time and patience. The ability to hear subtle guidance will be much more clear and it'll be more frequent. The more you trust it, the stronger it gets. That's my personal experience. When I started trusting my intuition, when I started unleashing my full intuition, not fully, but to this degree, to what I'm doing here on my channel, that's when I saw real growth, because that's where my heart really was. It wasn't reading the cards and having the best whatever. It was for me, it has to have it's definitely much more, it's very spiritual, and it's very much about connecting energies for healing. All right. um and so yeah, we're doing this together, Libra. I'll get a few money cards, and then I do want to get just a couple of final messages. So okay, so we know what was happening in the love stuff. Let's get another card or two about love. Suckers, fools for each other, and silly games. Yeah, okay, and then we'll get one more. All right, so yeah, Libra, you keep getting the same cards here, it seems, because you could have had connecting, triangle, travel, it's a date, love up. You could have had any of those, but what do we have here, Libra? We have temptation, silly games, and suckers. Yippee for us, right? But this is, again, it's about that childish, maybe baby energy where you're not wanting to have to take care of somebody else. It's great. We love taking care of each other, but there needs to be that balance, right? So this is, again, it's like there may be some sort of tempting offer coming in, Libra, but I feel as though some of you are like, the second they're playing games, either in real life or actually what's coming up is online. You might find that they're, doing something online you're not approving of, I don't know, or messaging or whatever. But this is like flick, flick, kick to the curb, you're out. But for some of you too, you need to have a little more fun in your life. Maybe look at it a little more playfully with your partner or whatever. But this is also, there's something about chemistry being like kind of really good, even with people who've been together a long time, or you're meeting somebody and they're just so many things are clicking that it's like tempting to rush in. But we're reminded of our first card here, Libra, baby steps. Okay, because you have a lot going on right now, um, with some other things you want to achieve, perhaps. And speaking of which, personal riches. Yeah, there's a personal riches, not just money here. Okay, this is about small successes now becoming bigger. Okay, bigger successes are on the way, so things could improve dramatically in the right time, though. And then we have health, an excellent time to start an exercise program or diet. Many new friendships too. Now, Libra, obviously, take it all with a grain of salt, right? It doesn't have to be, don't listen to your doctors on that part, okay? And then I have the moon for another finance card. Navigate financial uncertainty. Trust your intuition to make sound financial decisions, right? Some of you, I know it's annoying when I say trust your intuition, for some of you, because you want to learn more about how to do that. It takes time. Again, meditation or Reiki for some people, connecting to nature, finding a mentor, even if it's an online mentor of some kind. There's some really reliable sources online. um, One that comes to mind is Udemy. It's this like platform where they have classes, and you can get classes that would normally be a lot of money, for a much lower price. And I don't work for them or anything. But I've heard of that, and I actually had a little experience with that myself, and where I needed to learn something kind of quickly about something I wanted to add to my business, and I was able to do that with that course. And it's instructors from around the world. So maybe you want to, I don't know why that's coming in, but that's coming in too. Okay, as like a resource. Maybe you'll find even course on intuition development, perhaps. Okay. and then read the reviews, make sure that's what you want to do. Melissa Crowhurst is actually one that I would recommend. If you're thinking about Reiki or that sort of thing, intuitive abilities, meditation, sure, that kind of thing. So that's something I recommend. Again, I don't work for them or anything, but I know she's wonderful. So, and she has her own business. I think it's based in Australia. So that came in. So I guess it needed to be said for some of you. And anything else with regard to, no, we're moving away from that. It's not so much about money. I just did a money reading, or actually, I will post it February 20th. So that's, and I'm doing this reading before that. So yes, you'll see that Tuesday. This one will post what? I'm sorry, I'm getting into the schedule now, but this will be for the 19th. So I guess I'm posting this probably the 18th, and then the 20th will be the money reading, money career. Okay, so yeah, check out your other readings. But let's see what else we have. I want to get you an archangel card, as well as a quick message from your departed loved ones. So we have Haziel, Archangel Haziel. Hey, it's Libra and it's 10. This is an angel of unconditional forgiveness. Yes. So again, it's about that, like, you're freeing yourself from something that was not your fault or something low energy. This is an archangel who fights off evil. This is about pure intentions. Okay. I raise your vibration through love and forgiveness and help you see the pure heart within yourself and others. Yep. Some of you are going to bounce back. I just heard you're bouncing back. I want to get your numbers card. Oh, Libra. I love it. I love it. I'm not even going to get another one. You are guided and protected. Angels watch over with love and encouragement. Seriously, Libra, it already come out. Now, I'm doing this quickly. Now, if you're interested in the departed love spirit messages, I do readings. Generally, I post them Thursday afternoons, and sometimes on Tuesdays as well if there's not a different topic. But it's like all this kind of, like, angel stuff. There's self-care in there, of course. There's departed messages from loved ones, where I do a lot more like psychic medium type stuff. So maybe that'll be something you'll enjoy too. I'm no longer suffering with a hummingbird connection here. I'm getting an M name like Mary or something. I just heard Madril or Madrid. Madril. There's some sort of name like that. I didn't want to be sick anymore. I felt loved, protected, and safe. Now, oh, some of you, this is actually an animal friend too, a furry child. Oh, okay. And you'll have another lifetime together. I just heard Eleanor or Nora, Lenore, something like that. Don't think about the end. Think about our good times together. I just got a Jeep Grand Cherokee too. Okay. They're telling me something about the license plates too. Something about a license plate. I don't know if somebody has a license plate of their dearly departed, or if they had a personalized plate. There's something about that. Arturo, I miss you and we'll reunite again. Now, I want to point out there are trips in this picture. There's a French connection, and there's also a lake mountain connection, and there's a dog connection in this one other card. Okay. Sandra, Chandra, active duty. I heard deployment. Somebody may have fought, or they're trying to comfort you. Someone's trying to comfort you here, dear Libra. And I felt your love when I crossed over. They're going to be there for you when you cross over. I want you to know that. All right. And I often will pick up on this like mother-child relationship. And that's specific. Like there's something about like they're there for you when you cross over, okay, as well. Okay. That came through actually for a different reading that I don't think I posted. What did all, oh, you did all you could. So please do not blame yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, Libra. I hope this reading finds you well. Many blessings to you. And oh, one more. This beautiful woman here. You were everything. You made me so happy. And they're still with you. And I just heard Belinda too. All right. So Feel free, like, comment, subscribe if you liked this. I'd appreciate it. And I'm wishing you many blessings, Libra. We will speak soon, or I will speak, and we'll chat in the comments. Thanks.